Hello and welcome to my channel Skyrise Astro. Thank you for joining me again today and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to talk about the monthly horoscope of the month of February for the sign of Gemini. Mostly your 8th, ninth, and 10th house will be affected, like mystery, exploration, and authority. So let's start with the Sun that until the 20th of February will transit Aquarius in your ninth house. Here it is. So, because most things in people's lives depend on the way they communicate, and because your way, dear Gemini, is usually commanding and persuasive, this particular solar transit gives you even greater power. For now, you use the knowledge gained from your daily experiences to stand out and impress in cultural and educational environments. It is also a time when you gain the ability to research legislation, manuscripts, religion, exam papers, writing assignments, company results, advertising programs, spectacles, etc. You can also travel, attend sporting events, shows, and anywhere you feel your prestige will increase. You may even enroll in higher education or start attending lectures or seminars that will raise your intellectual level. From the 20th of February and on, the Sun will transit the sign of Pisces in your 10th house. Here it is. This is a time when your ideas and suggestions can come to the fore. In fact, if your main occupation involves the spoken or written word, advertising, public relations, travel, or trade, you may now succeed not only in making your activities more widely accepted, but also in impressing people. Of course, your sign and the ruling sign of your 10th house will play a rather important role in this. For example, if your sign is Gemini and the 10th house is Pisces, like in this case, it is obvious that you will make an impression with your diplomacy. But you can hope for something better even from everyday acquaintances, neighbors, or even relatives, provided, of course, that the Sun does not receive any negative influences. Under these circumstances and in relation to the above, there will be more or less interception. Let's go now to Mercury, that until here it is, that until the 5th of February will transit the sign of Capricorn in your 8th house. Don't be afraid of the school, it's the mystery, it's rather a symbolic school. So, dear Gemini, no matter how much you are interested in the occult, during the time that Mercury is in this house, you will sometimes find yourself wondering about life and death. You may also wonder what lies behind your love life, what you can expect financially from third parties, or even how to find things you think are lost. Often, you are also going through procedures to collect a debt, to have an autopsy, to check your partner's income through a document, to see if a property has been registered with the mortgage office or if it has been mortgaged, and so on. From the 5th to the 20th of February, Mercury will move in Aquarius in your ninth house. This transit of Mercury activates your mental and spiritual mechanism, dear Gemini. It often seems as if a point of contact with the spiritual forces of the universe is being created for you as you surprise yourself with your megalithic ideas. But you also show a greater interest in all that is happening in the world in relation to modern scientific technology and all that concerns spiritual evolution. But your approach to matters dictated by the ninth house is proportional to the nature of the sign that rules it, and of course to your ascendant. So, uh, if you find yourself at a lecture, for example, you may will be interested in recharging your mental batteries with knowledge that you will be able to pass on at another time, or you will be thinking about how to use this knowledge to your direct or indirect benefit. In general, however, this is an enjoyable time because you feel a bit like a student, a bit like a teacher, a bit like an explorer, a bit like all of the above. You travel a lot, you read a lot, you follow international events with interest, but you are also informed of, for example, of your brother's or sister's marriage, wedding, of your second child's journey, if you have one, of your first child's loves, of your partner's agreements, of what has been decided by a council, a court, and so on. After that, Mercury will enter in the sign of Pisces in your 10th house from the 20th of February and on. Before making any predictions, it is necessary to make a functional distinction between Mercury as the ruler of Gemini, since there is a great difference in the behavior of the sign and by extensions the houses that makes up the 10th house. In general, however, during this period you will have a greater opportunity to communicate with people who are hierarchically in higher social and professional positions without the age of these peoples being binding on you. However, the younger they are, the better you will be able to communicate with them. You often risk some encounters with people related to your social and professional environment. But if Mercury is enhanced by other favorable radiations, you have the opportunity to make successful deals. This does not mean that you are likely to be hired or promoted, but you have the potential to make contacts by making a good impression. You may also be able to find out about the professional or academic achievements of your first child. You can visit your partner's family or business associates. You may attend a probate hearing as a witness, to meet friends of your neighbors, siblings, and so on. In general, this is a time when your activities outside the home will expand your circle of social and professional acquaintances. Let's go now to Venus. That here it is that will transit your 8th house in Capricorn until the 17th of February. Sorry. You may not be hoping for anything encouraging from this particular transit. However, as with all transits that bring you good and not so good events, you can expect the same from this one. You may be given a highly confidential assignment, or you may become involved with an institution on your own initiative by making a donation, however small, or by volunteering to help with personal work. However, you may be worried about the amount of money involved, and it is also an inconvenient time for borrowing and lending. It may also be a less pleasant time for your love life in the sense of doubt. In any case, you should avoid parallel relationships and any relations with adultery. So be careful. And also prostitution. Venus, after that, from the 17th of February, will be in Aquarius in your ninth house. So, if you are an artist, this is the transit that will push you to work with inspiration and success. It is generally a very good time to express your very good feelings, which will be reciprocated. You may gain the trust of some people, become a philanthropist, associate with people in religious places or other metaphysical and spiritual places. However, if this transit is affected by other difficult transit in your personal horoscope, and if your birth chart shows a tendency towards immorality in any way, it is advisable to avoid places and people that could expose you. Let's go now to Mars, that until Valentine's Day on the 14th of February will stay in the sign of Capricorn in your 8th house. Dear Gemini, the difficult thing about this transit is that other people are involved in your love life and perhaps also in your financial affairs. The involvement itself may not be so bad, but most of the time it is hurting you. However, because of your romantic partner's activities, the behavior of friends and like-minded people may cause you tension, not to mention a more serious disagreement with them. You may also be worried about your financial advisor, your accountant, your fraternity, if you belong to anyone, your trade union, or the multinational company to which you belong. Or you may see your hopes dashed or a great struggle to realize your financial interests in terms of your business profits, your plans for your children, and so on. From Valentine's Day, from the 14th of February and until the end of the month, Mars will move in Aquarius in your ninth house. This is one of the few transits of Mars that urges you to do things with others, from sharing plans and ideas to winning prizes and grants. Wow! However, it is good for those who are members of the Senate, multinational companies, fraternities, in various associations and clubs. However, if this transit is negatively affected, you may find yourself involved in adventures concerning your business finances, the finances of a parent, the formalities of a convention, the inland revenue, and so on. Also, very sensitive is the mediation of friends and acquaintances in your affairs with the government, authorities, gambling, foreign investments, etc. That's all for the month of February, dear Gemini. Don't forget to watch also the video with your dedicated yearly horoscope to have a more complete picture what's going on. Thank you for joining. I hope really that you are doing great and be well. Enjoy your day. Have a nice day. Bye.